Do I have to say it? Let's do it. I received an email from Google. I use Google a lot. I mean, and I have to admit that I use Google a lot and I enjoy it. I have to admit, I swear I admit. But what they sent me today is it's a view of my timeline of everywhere that I've been in the galaxy. Well, on planet Earth. I'm going to share that with you in a second. But I was like, I didn't really know that Google was doing that. But I mean, I never thought that they would say, "Hey, dude, like, you want to see where you were in 2018? We'll put a red dot on the map and make the map three-dimensional to where it's a 360 map. I can zoom in. And not only will it tell me, let me do this to make sure, that it gives you a red dot. And there's like right now I'm looking at the one where I was born. And I'm going to look and see. There's a red dot in Kankakee that I've been to. And when I click on the dot, it's a McDonald's. And I have been there. Matter of fact, when I click on it, I can see the address, which is 1780 East Court Street in Kankakee. I was there from 9:37 a.m. to 9:42 a.m. Matter of fact, when I clicked on it, it shows me where I was. It shows that I went to the Horseshoe that day. So what I did is I went from McDonald's home, so I was probably in my truck. And then when I got home, I went to the Horseshoe. So I was at McDonald's at 9:42 in the morning, and then I got home 6 hours later, so I must have slept. So I got home at 4:07 p.m., and I stayed there until 5:49. Then I drove 11 miles to Hammond Horseshoe Casino. And I was there at 77 Casino Center Drive in Hammond, Indiana. 46320 is the zip code. From 6:42 p.m. to 8:24 p.m. Then I drove 11 miles back to home. I got home at 9:42. I am like, really? And it shows me that the date was June 18th, 2016. And it's got a little title. It says Saturday evening at the Horseshoe, Hammond. Now I'm going to show this to you, so hold on one second. And there it is. So how about that? So if you ever needed proof on where you were, you got it if you use Google. I mean, it even shows when I was in Montreal. Let's see when that was. And it'll tell me where I was. Híjole. En route Morrisburg and Esso. So I was here. And this was April 19, 2017. And this showed me where I was going from and to. Look at that. And then I drove 484 miles. Good thing I was legal. Yeah. I don't know. Granite Summit. I don't know. I don't remember what that is. Countertops. It was probably a company. And here I clicked on one of the places, and there's a Thornton's there. I stopped for coffee. I was there for 7 minutes. Ontario, Canada. So I must have got me some coffee, brothers. Got me some coffee, man. I was ready to drive another 317 miles to Esso. And there's a toll plaza there. So I must have went to sleep there. But how about that? That's scary shit. I mean, it's awesome to look at that. But bro, this sucker's showing every place I've ever been. And how long I was there. And where I was. Here, let's just take a random one. Let's take a peek on Nashville. Let's see what this one is. Nashville Christian School. I know what that was. I think that was recent. There. Nope, that was November. We ain't gonna tell nobody why I was there now. Oh, I came from Oshakton, Ohio. See it? I know where I was going. I was heading to Houston. Shows all the truck stops. It showed everywhere I stopped. Oh, I took a picture of some broad. Oh, I think that was a waitress. That's rude. That sucker's got a picture. It knew I took a picture of some girl. She had a nice hat. I mean, I think that's a girl. We're going to have to stop looking at this online. I have to turn this off and get me in trouble. But I'm just going to show you that Google's got me busted. They know where I was. So when they say somebody's watching you, I just proved it's true. And just think, I mean, I didn't tell Google to do this, and I didn't tell Google to send this to me. I'm kind of glad that they sent it to me because, shit, I didn't know I'm busted. I hope the DOT don't get a hold of that. Oh, no, I just put that out on the air. I should have never said that. But I'm just saying, though, I mean, I can see every place I've ever been since I started driving a truck. Now, I do notice that when I look on the map, there is some places that it's not showing me. Because I know I went up to Quebec, and I don't see it up in Quebec. But you know why? I know why it doesn't. I know exactly why. Because I didn't have no service up there. No internet. So, drivers, if you need to prove somebody, I mean, if you use Google like I do, and I mean, I use it for just about everything, and you need to prove where you were on a certain day, at a certain time, and where you were headed to and where you're going to, bingo, Google for the win. But I just hope that your wife ain't looking at that and saying, you told me you were by your cousin's house. Because this shows the address. I mean, I could click on one of those dots and zoom in, man, it'll tell me exactly my address, the time, and everything. So, truckers, you need to turn that shit. I mean, I'm not saying you hire. I mean, if we're not doing nothing wrong, I mean, it's all good. I just thought that it was interesting that Google is really, really spying on you, kind of. And I mean, it could have good uses, but it also could have bad uses. But I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm going to stop my thoughts right here and just say, pretty neat. You got me. So, beware of Google. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.